you see here is when you start the Yahoo mobile application on these smartphones, you see this launcher, and right away in this launcher you see a bunch of services, some of which are from Yahoo, some of which are from other companies. We've integrated a browser Opera Mini into the experience so you can go to anything you want. When you go over to the next page, it flips over. Right away you see here we've included links to YouTube, to Facebook, to Twitter, to Wikipedia, because that's exactly what you want from your starting point. An open starting point where you can basically go to the services that you want, which is kind of a store except that we're not selling anything there. And here you can find a bunch of mobile widgets that run inside Yahoo Mobile, as well as direct links to mobile services. So why don't you just pick one? So let's pick Game Loft. So the moment I click to it, I can add this widget, I can read the description and rating, and then this widget gets installed. Search for trying to add something Google to the phone. Google. So now this is like the one search part, the voice recognition recognized Google. We're now loading the result. This is like the one search result. We recognize the Google stock code, some Google news. But what we're looking for is the Google website. Again, when you click on it, we now launch the Opera browser. Here's the Google website, as we all know it. And then with one click, I can add Google to my starting point. I can change the name, select the location, and boom, we create a direct starting point to Google flights to London to Chicago.
Flights from London to Chicago.
And again, we're using voice technology here. We could have typed it, doesn't matter. It recognized it. We go out, we search, and boom, we have it here. So scroll down. So for example, the Faircast Live. One up, please. You can get your Yahoo Mail in there. But also, you can, if we open accounts, I can actually connect all my different email accounts to Yahoo Mobile. So when we go to Go-To, please. And accounts, you can actually see that I've connected here my Yahoo Mail account, my Gmail account, AOL account. I see how much message I've unread. This is again, people want one starting point for all the communication experiences. And with Plus, I could add, for example, Hotmail here as well. So again, it's about making sure that the users get what they want if you really want to provide, in this case, a starting point. So let's go, for example, from old communication to new communication, which we call Pulse. Why don't we open the Pulse? So what this Pulse does is a very, very powerful feature. It knows you set it up by basically connecting and telling us what are the different social networks you're part of. And then we aggregate all the activity with one click. So you don't have to go to Facebook, to Twitter, to MySpace, to Flickr to see what's going on. You just connect it to the Pulse view here, and then you get this one Pulse view. If you scroll down, we see updates from Flickr, from Facebook, from Twitter. And it's really powerful. And obviously then if I want to interact, I jump off to the social network that this post is from. This is not trying to create a new social network. This is using openness to create a very valuable service to the consumer to help me stay connected to the people who are most important to me. Why don't we open the accounts here to just show the possibilities. So here, this account is connected to Doppler, Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, Last.fm. And I can add more accounts. So whenever something happens to these social networks, that's something. One up. Thank you. This one. And boom, again, we're now using the browser to get to the site. And right now in this site, we can scroll down to the table, zoom in, book a flight right away. So it's this integration of I search for something, I get the right result, with voice integration, do the transaction right away. Another thing, for example, if we go back to search, real quick to the Friends application, and open that. So the Friends application is basically, and again here if we open the account settings, it's very connected to the Pulse because it now aggregates all of the different friends lists and address books that you have into one aggregated list, which is very powerful because, for the first time you can now view all your friends, no matter how you connect with them, no matter with what networks you're connected to them, in one view. And you can do very powerful stuff. So if we get back to the list, and for example, call up Ann. So the interesting thing what you see here is we're now creating an on-the-fly view of, in this case, Ann Popular. Right away you see the last interaction with her, the posting coming in this case from Facebook. If you scroll down, you could interact via, in this case, Yahoo IM. You could interact via email or phone. But you also see I'm connected to Ann on these two networks. So you see, like, how do you relate to it? So if you have a meeting with Ann or you just want to keep up, but if you go up, what we can now do is one click. You can view a pulse that is specific about Ann. So all the things that Ann has posted on the networks that you are connected to her. So you basically stay in touch very much with Ann. And the same way as we can do this for Pulse, if you go back, we can also do for email. So you can say, quickly find me all email from Ann. And again, all from this unified view of the connected friends. You know, embedded, and then if you go down to my location, I see my location, I can do one click. Select the map, now I'm in the full map that I can pan and zoom. So this is again, shows another side of open, how you use open APIs, open standards, and an open environment to again enhance what is available to the consumer. So let's go back to the launcher, please. So, and let's go to one place maybe.